Okay, now we're going to get into it. So everybody has their own definition of success, right? We all have our own definition of success. What I am curious about is, what does it mean to you to create enduring success? What does enduring success mean to Em?
It means freedom, and it means wonder. And what I mean by that is enduring success means that I have freedom and the world around me has freedom to create, connect, and explore the world through curious eyes. And for me, enduring success means that I have freedom so that I can make that choice, so that I can live and carry on doing the different things that I do. And the wonder piece, I think as adults, I think we quite often underestimate and don't pay attention to the wonder that is wonder. You know, that thing of really paying attention to the fact that, oh, look, the sun is peeping out behind the clouds. I'm British, so obviously I'm going to talk about the weather. You know, it's...
So that's a big deal.
Exactly. It's a big deal. It's sunny here. It's amazing. But it's that thing of, I think so often we can dismiss these tiny moments. And as kids, we see the world through wonder because it's almost like the first time that we see it. And for me, my sense of enduring success is when I'm living as much as I can, and of course I have my ups and downs because it's, you know, I'm human, living my life through wonder and seeing it through that world and that sort of through that lens, that to me is enduring success. Then everything else will flow from that place, from those two words.
Are you at a place where it's such a habit to see the world through wonder that you don't realize it? Or do you continue to have a thoughtful, deliberate reflection?
Mixture.
Of wonder in your
Mixture.
Day?
You know, one of the gifts that clowning gave me was to really pay attention and to really come back to that place of wonder. And there's one thing doing it when I'm in clown states or when I'm orange, but there's another thing to do it when I'm Em and I'm traveling and I'm driving somewhere, or I'm at an airport and I'm picking up my kid, or my son is phoning me up because I'm late picking him up, etc., etc. And then those are the moments where wonder is a little bit harder, right? But
it's a wonder that I'm getting
exactly,
to pick him up at all.
I am doing heroically. Do you know how hard it is to get here? But there's a piece for me of like, those are the moments. It's like last night, there was a moment with my son where we were having a conversation and we were throwing a pair of socks towards each other because he's a real sporty kid, right? And I love it. And there was a moment where I genuinely had that moment of wonder of like, I'm having this connection with my kid right now. Nothing else matters. The rest of the world is turned off. How lucky am I? And I think once you've tuned into wonder, you can't help but tune into it more because it helps you see the world in a different and a kinder light. And I think at the moment, that's really important. So I still have to consciously do it, but I'm just really aware of it, you know? And then I think our job, when you kind of get to play and wonder quite a lot, is then to be a wonder giver. And what I mean by this is kids do it all the time, right? So kids will be doing it amongst each other. And as adults and as grandparents, you go, oh, isn't that lovely? That's a kid. But that's when kids are there and they've got that permission piece. But as adults, I think when you pull in adults and you go, have you seen this? And there was an example where recently I just stopped and I saw this amazing butterfly. And there were some people walking past. And I live in London, right? I live in the UK. We're all quite busy here and it's all quite fast. And I literally saw these two guys and I went, have you seen this? And they were like, what? And I was like, can you come see this butterfly? And they literally stopped and stared and smiled. And they were like, that's amazing. I was like, isn't it? And then they carried on their day. And I just thought that's an example for me of when you have a moment of wonder. And because I spend a lot of time in that place, it's my job to be a wonder giver, to remind us that we all have that, you know?
Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Choose and Become interview series. To check out more episodes, go to www.trishkendall.com/podcast, or go to any of your favorite podcast channels, including YouTube, under Trish Kendall Speaks, and you'll find this interview and more. Choose and become.